thanks, guys. Congratulations to Tanya and her staff and players to win that regular season title. It's not an easy thing to do, as we have found out. We've been on both sides of that. To be able to do it over the couple months is really impressive. So congratulations to those gals. And then Schwabe had 4 of his guys heading out to nationals, which is terrific. So good weekend all the way around for all of us. I suppose ours was okay too, right? I mean, wow. Lots. I was just talking with Doug in the back there. Lots of twists and turns this weekend. But the guys hung tough. It was fun to be a part of. Lots of fun to be a part of. With that, I would open it up for questions.
Each of the 3 games you played down there were all tight games. You had to either overcome something or hold on to something. What does that do going forward, and for what you're going to face next when it's going to be, probably another tough game?
I thought we were going to get away from Southern. I really did. We were playing well enough at both ends of the floor where I felt like we were going to get away from them, and obviously not able to. And then Wichita with the tough start, down 10-0 and didn't score for 8 minutes to start the game. So we had, as you said, we had the different, the other side of it, and I think our guys, they have enough experience, both this year and last year, with the way things have gone for the 4 or 5 guys in particular, that at this point the way in which the game goes, whether we're ahead and then we've got to hold somebody off, or we don't play great out of the chute. And I think these guys, as they have shown, that they're okay. Either way. I've referred to it that 2.5 week stretch when we weren't playing well. They found a way to get through it. So when we get into a basketball game, if we're down 6 or we're down 8 or we're up 10 and now we're tied, it isn't that big a deal. 2.5 weeks when you don't play well and you're trying to figure out how to, because you can see that you got some work to do to get the momentum back. I think that's so I don't think it really makes a difference now during the course of the game.
Wes won the MVP of the tournament. He played directly against 4 of the other 5 first-team All-NBC, award winners. I guess the way he performed down there, does that kind of make a statement of where he either maybe should have been or stands among?
Well, I talked with a couple of the guys down there, and I was hopeful that there would be 6 guys on the first team. I'm certain that the vote came down to Bean and Wes for that last spot, right? I mean, the other 4 guys, with what they've done, and Bean should have been on the first team. So I was hoping that the vote would be close enough or tied, like the slam dunk thing that was tied. Yeah. Hoping it would be close enough that they would put 6 guys on there. I'm sure with Wes, we didn't talk about it, but I'm sure knowing Wes, like we all know Wes, that probably had a little bit to do with the way he played this weekend. Now, in saying that, he's played great for 4 or 5 weeks now. So I think he was going to play good no matter what.
People kind of knew who he was, right, nationally, but is this just put him even farther into the forefront among, him being the trademark guy out of the NBC?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question, and I don't know about trademark guy for our league necessarily, Jeremiah, but in terms of, I talked to Seth about it last year. If you want to be known nationally, your team has to win. I mean, there's no 2 ways around it. Your team has to win, and you have to win a lot. And we did that last year, and that helped Seth. And with Wes, everybody knew in December how good a player he was because they watched him against Carolina and they watched him against Iowa State. But then our team didn't win, and so you kind of go away. And now he's right back where we feel like I've always felt that he's one of the better guards in the country. And he's got an opportunity again now to be on the national stage, and that's for him. It's great.
In terms of Iowans, Marcus Page sent out a series of tweets this morning, kind of pointing out all of the Iowans from this side of the state that are playing well. I guess because you recruit heavily within the state of Iowa. What does it mean to you to have brought in a bunch of those guys who are now, being part of something, such a big part of it?
Yeah, Jeremiah, it's been that way for a long time for us. You know, if you look at our roster for 13 years, you know, our first 2 years we were working to get the best players in the state to come and play for us. But if you look at our roster now for 13 years, you're going to see guys from all over the state on each one of our teams. And you know, you look at our team in 1990. There was a bunch of guys from the state that played for Eldon on that team. You know, the best teams that we've had have had Iowa high school players on them, and so for us, it's part of what we do, right? I'm awfully proud of our guys, and I'm awfully proud that we can do it with in-state guys. But that's who we are, and that's what we do.
Do you hear from their old coaches? Have you heard like Bergie or anybody from the corridor that might have texted you?
Yeah, a couple of high school coaches over the past 48 hours or so. Yeah. And I'll see Bergie this week at some point. You know, obviously their team going to state, but I'll have a chance to see him this week. But yeah, for sure, some of the coaches in the state have reached out. Yeah.
Did you get any